Let's do this podcast, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Hello and welcome to episode number 71 of Girlstreamers. Girlstreamers is a podcast bringing you the girl streamers that you know and love. Girlstreamers is a community that supports and promotes girls that stream. We are a bi-weekly podcast and we'll be introducing you to some amazing girl gamers and allow you, the viewer, to get to know some of your favorite streamers. My name is Nymphadora and I will be your host during this interview. And with me tonight is MissBunns. And if there's time at the end, we will take questions from the audience in the channel. This is a live podcast, but we will also be available for download on all of your favorite listening platforms as well as YouTube. What's up, MissBunns? This has been a long time coming. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight? How is everybody doing out there? It's yeah. Hello. This is my first podcast interview for anything like this, so bear with me.
Nice. Yeah, so just a quick note. This is the last podcast for about a month. I have personal things going on in my life right now that I have to take a short break. Plus, I'm going to be revamping a little bit of how we do the podcast, and then we will be back probably mid-August. So thank you for bearing with me. I know I've had to cancel your podcast a couple of times and I apologize for all of that.
You're good. It was meant to be. I believe in that. This was the time.
So I do apologize for all of that stuff. But welcome finally to the podcast.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's Philly D it and jump right into it.
With Wiz.
Where did you come up with your screen name?
Okay. Well, my nickname has been Bunny for, long time. And I also have ample buns. So it kind of just grew over time. People are calling me like Bun and Bunny Buns. And yeah, so
nice.
I have a pretty recognizable butt. It's kind of like a thumbprint. I don't know. I could sit in the dirt. People know that was me. Just kidding. No, I actually had a guy once tell me that they recognized me from behind because of my butt, and I was like, "Yep."
What?
My nickname is Buns. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. Like
he said that like straight up. He's like, I knew that ass. And I was like, oh my god, you asshole.
In high school, I had on the drum line, it was me and another girl who were just like really good friends, and they called us sisters, but she was African American because of my ass. They
all
would
right
say, yeah, you two have the same booty, and I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, you're sisters, obviously.
You're booty bros.
Apparently
yeah.
That was a thing in high school, and I'm like, okay, all right. So I feel you on the booty stuff. I feel
that's good. Hey, big buns. They say that ladies with big buns have really smart kids. Has something to do with
what?
Yeah.
What?
There's women that carry more adipose fatty tissues in their lower body. There's some kind of omegas, or I don't know what the whole thing is, but their children tend to have higher brain capacity. It's a real thing. You guys can Google it.
I have never heard this before.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Being fat.
No, I'm not.
Your kid is gonna be smarter. Okay, good. A fat.
Yeah. Just that little.
Smarter.
It doesn't mean you have to be like humongous, but any woman, even if they're a smaller or big woman, we carry more tissue down there than probably most men naturally would. So that's
we're built
right. We're built to be able to all this tissue goes into bringing that life, and so we anybody, even my sister who's a Barbie doll. I mean, she got a little extra on her when she was pregnant. I mean, it's natural. So, I mean, her kids are very smart.
Interesting.
I'm sure everyone has smart kids, even if they're thin. But you know what I mean. We just have more. It's a relative. It's relative.
I'm gonna have to look
Yeah,
that
it's
up.
relative.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. I've never heard that before. Okay. Welcome.
It's a real thing.
I should put the educational tag on this podcast right now because
You should.
I just learned something today.
I have tons of useless information at your disposal, so
Awesome.
yeah.
That's my kind of thing. I love having useless information.
Well, I'll learn you some.
Okay, so where are you from?
I am from Scottsdale, Arizona, and yeah, both my mom and dad were from Connecticut. My dad and my mom from California. But yeah, so I'm from here.
Nice.
Yeah, Arizona.
I'm from here. Just here.
I'm here. I'm just from Earth.
Just here.
Yeah. I was born from the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hatched out of a Tamagotchi egg. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I was. I was a Tamagotchi, and evolution happened. I got dropped in some primordial soup, and here I am.
I definitely.
Oh, I love it. I love that one, and the little poos are so cute.
I know. I played the.
Who doesn't love cute poos, right?
Oh my God.
Everyone loves cartoon poo. It's so adorable. The Japanese love it. They have like poo candy and stuff. You ever seen the toilet candy?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
It's like
restaurant in Japan where
there
you
is
eat out of a little toilet or something, and it looks like poo, but it's supposed to taste great or something like that. That is just
Yep.
It's so weird to me.
It's just chocolate. It's just chocolate, kids.
So weird to me. I'm like, I don't know. No. Have you ever been to those baby showers where they do the identify the poop in the
Yep.
I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah. It's oh God. It's like diapers with candy bars in them or something. It's gross.
It's so
yeah,
gross.
And like Reese's Pieces sprinkled in.
Friends,
I promise.
Friends,
we shan't.
Friends, never do that shit
No,
for me
we
for
shan't.
baby shower if I ever get pregnant. If I ever get pregnant.
No shit for the baby shower.
Exactly.
No, none of that.
That's gonna be the title of this podcast.
Right.
No
it will.
Shit.
Yeah. We're here all week.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So what's the first game that you ever played that got you into the gaming world?
Oh my God. The first game I can ever remember playing was, I think, Simon's Quest.
What?
For the regular Nintendo. I had sisters that were significantly older. And when that's not true, I can remember my dad having an old Atari, and I can't if it was StarCraft or something. It was like some outer space game, and it was just like a joystick. I can remember being little and playing with it. And it was really old, and it had like those Ataris had like fake wood paneling on them.
Yep. My brother.
It was one of those with a big cartridge that you stuck in.
Yep.
Like my dad was a collector of. My dad was into video games and stuff, and he was a collector of stuff like that. So that's my first memory were that in Simon's Quest. But I think the first game I actually ever mastered was Altered Beast on Sega Genesis. That was the first game where I learned all the cheat codes. Nice. I knew how to get all the levels, all the power ups, all that stuff. That was the first game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I could still rise from the grave. Yeah.
My brother has my dad's Atari at his house.
Oh, you still have yours? That's so lucky.
Yeah, my grandma.
Mine's long gone.
Took care of her stuff. So when she passed away, he's like, "I want the Atari." I'm like, "No, I want the Atari. I'm the streamer.
Oh yeah.
I get the Atari."
I hope you get it.
And he's like, "No, I let him have the Atari. I got her sewing stuff, so I let him take the Atari, because that's literally all he wanted from the house." And I was like,
"And it still works."
It still works. He's got it set up. He's got this whole like console wall in their house, and I'm like, yes, you have exactly what I want to do, so I'll just let you have it for now.
We have the joystick. I know I have the joystick still, the black with the orange buttons. I still have that because my band, we actually have one of my bandmates builds musical instruments out of joysticks and weird stuff. So yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Oh man, I wish I had one to show you guys. It's like it makes all these weird sounds, and you can got like, you can use it for like a drum machine stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not good at tinkering like that. He's really good at that. I have some good bandmates though.
That is wild. So, you are in a band. Since you're bringing that up, let's actually discuss that a little bit.
Okay.
So we were talking about this pre-show, but I find it interesting that you are in what's called a noise. What'd you say? Noise music.
It's
band.
like an experimental electronic
Yeah.
/ noise. We do some dancey stuff, but most of our music is improv. Like all the songs that you'll hear pre-recorded, I did all on the fly. We have one album called my band's called Acid Trash. The band has been around long before me. They're a little bit older members. I'm the youngest member and the only female in the band. And they've been around for a long time, but since I've joined, they have one album called John C. Lily that has some songs that I wrote the lyrics to and the some of the foundational melody, and then it was built off because it was a collaborative thing. But that was the first album, I think. That's the first album that was like a played set. Nice. When we opened for My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. Not a little whiles back, and that was the set we did, and people really liked it.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, because jazz is improv, essentially.
It is. It's musical masturbation.
You know what? I've never heard it phrased that way, but it is.
That's what jazz is. It's beautiful.
That might now be the title of the podcast. Musical masturbation. You can see where my mind is today.
Not safe for work, guys. Good thing it's late and it's Sunday, so
we're going to
lock your doors.
That is so cool to me. Like, I mean, we were talking, I'm a vocalist and stuff like that.
Right.
And,
yeah. I guessed your octave.
Yeah, she did. She totally
like people can guess your sign. I can guess your octave.
Weird. It's freaking weird.
I'm weird.
She also guessed my age, like right on the dot. I was like, okay, that's we're not gonna do this anymore.
No more talking about age. She is young, but yeah.
Oh man. Why are people talking to me right now? Thank you. Sorry, I had to turn my phone off. Sure my phone is off. Yeah, that's really cool. I love. So is that like your full-time thing, or do you do something else as well?
Okay, so I do make income from music, which I'm very blessed. But I like to dabble in different things. I'm just a mixed media artist in general. I went to art school, etc. But I'm also I'm also an esthetician, and
okay.
I'm really into hair and skin and makeup and stuff like that. So
why the pictures you sent me were so beautiful. Okay.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I studied
Sent
photography.
me, like, 3 pictures for the podcast graphic, and I'm like, all of these are just amazing. I don't know which one to use.
Yeah. Naomi Neal and Melissa Oliver. Those are some 2 pretty well-known photographers that I've worked with, and they did some of those pictures, and I was very lucky to get photo shoots with them. But yeah, I was a model as when I was younger and much thinner. I was a model for some years. No, I mean, I used to be like, when I was a teenager, when.
Yeah. When they want models is when they are, young.
Now it's like models. You can be anybody and you can be any kind of thing. But back when I was modeling, it was, the
one look, yeah,
early 2000s, and it was just a very specific thing, and I just barely squeezed into it. But I was photogenic, and that helped a lot. So I got more print work, but it was not an environment that was good for me. It wasn't a healthy environment, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody as a career. I mean, it's fun to be. We all want to be pretty and this and that, but it's a very toxic environment.
Yeah. My mom did some modeling when she was younger. She didn't get to do a whole lot because she was too short. That was
Yes, that print
yeah.
modeling is good for shorter people.
Yeah, she didn't get to do a lot. She got turned away a lot, and so she was like, "Well, I can't do anything about my height, so I'll go find something
Yeah.
else to do."
Yeah.
My mom's gorgeous. Uh,
You're gorgeous. I'm sure she's beautiful. You have a
right?
beautiful face.
She drives me crazy, but yeah. I'm gonna choose
My
to.
mom drives me crazy too, but I'm glad she's alive.
It's funny, like we were talking, we had like Sundays are meetings for Girl Streamers, so we were having meetings and we were talking about our moms today. So I find it funny that we're talking about it podcast.
Yeah, moms always, I mean, we're women, our mothers come up, you know. Some people have not so good memories, some people have really great memories or memories that are in the gray area, but we all, you know, we've all had a mother. We came from that, you know, we all came from a mother, so
Right.
as women it's important to talk about, I think.
So how long then have you been streaming?
Not very long. I started streaming on Twitch. I think it's been like 8 months, but my mother was diagnosed with cancer in between the time that I started and now, and she's cancer free now.
Oh,
But
awesome.
yeah, yeah, it was it was 6 months and boom, and they got it. So I didn't get to I didn't get to let myself have that initial push where, you know, you kind of get pushed to the top when you're new and stuff. So my channel kind of froze, and it's kind
Right.
of been I'm getting, you know, I have subscribers, and I have regulars, and I don't have a lot of followers right now, but I am very lucky that the people that I do have like always are there, and they've been very generous with their time and such and things, and it's been keeping me motivated.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh
it's keeping me motivated
Is
because
it
I'm
kind of
still
like
kind of
starting over again since
it
you
is.
were have yeah, cuz I mean, if you've only been streaming
It
for
is.
8 months and then like the bulk of that you were dealing with the cancer stuff with your mom,
Right.
which that's awesome that they were able to get it so quickly. That is congratulations.
Yes, yes. 6 months is what they do, and then they check it, and then if it's still, then they'll keep hitting it. But the type my mother had was a follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and
Okay, yeah.
it's so yeah, they got it, and
That's great. That's
yeah,
awesome.
she's had some weird issues. The chemo does some weird things to your body, man.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't run in our family either, so it was very shocking. I mean, it's shocking regardless, but yeah. So that was a thing, but she's okay, and you know, thank God. My mother is like, I love my mother so much. I'm very lucky, and I'm just really glad
That's
that
awesome.
I could give back to her and
So,
help her.
what do you tend to play? Do you do any of the music stuff on stream?
I just did a live stream with my band about a week and a half ago.
Nice.
Acid Trash is our band channel on Twitch, and it's a newer channel, but we have a YouTube and a SoundCloud and all that stuff. But yeah, we just did a stream, but I haven't on my stream. Sometimes I'll sing and joke around, but right now my channel is just kind of like me feeling out what I want to do, I guess.
You know, that honestly, that's how I would recommend doing that when you start streaming. Like if you come in saying I want to stream, but I don't know what to stream, I don't see a problem with figuring out what you want to stream and taking
Right.
that time to do that. I know they say the dreaded thing is to be a variety streamer, which I totally get not wanting to label yourself as a variety streamer. But when you're starting out, like you have no
Go try it out.
idea what you want to do, where you want to go. Like my channel itself, in the time that I have streamed, has gone through like 3 different like looks,
Phases.
3 different
Okay.
phases, exactly, 3 different brandings, and like I'm constantly changing like the stuff that I do on my channel because you know, like right now I'm obsessed with Grand Theft Auto, so my channel is mostly Grand
Awesome.
Theft Auto roleplay, right? Like
Nice.
that is mostly what my channel is right now.
I'm
And
doing Castlevania right now, and like everything Castlevania related.
Yeah, right? And then like,
Oh man.
eventually you
I
might change games in a couple of months and be like, all right, I'm tired, I'm ready to do something else.
yeah.
But it's that, yeah, I think that's actually, as a new streamer, that's actually smart to figure out what you want to do, how taxing it is. And I personally don't recommend spending a whole lot of money, because you don't know if you're going to want to stick with it. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a console streamer right now, so that's been a little bit tricky because so the camera for the PlayStation 4 is not great. Does not have good resolution, and I'm trying to work with it. I can use a web camera with my Xbox One, and then when it comes to like streaming the Switch or my DS or anything like that, that has to just be done all with straight OBS, and I can't really use a camera for that right now because I'm holding off on a more powerful computer after I get back with I'm going on a tour of Asia. So I'm going to do some traveling here real soon. I've got some things in the works. So I just don't want to make a huge purchase. It's going to sit there,
right.
a $4,000 purchase, and then a trip. You know what I mean? I want to know where I stand once I get back from my trip. I want to invest in that.
You should stream some of the
first.
trip though.
I am absolutely. I'm going to. That is absolutely. I'm going to be doing Japan and Korea for sure. I'm going to do a month at a Goshitel, which is like a little place to stay that's like $200 a month. It's like the size of a shoebox, and they give you free bread and kimchi and rice in the morning.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I can't wait.
So cool.
I know, and I'm gonna do some of the trip alone.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, and some of that trip will be all by myself. I'm going to be a woman traveling alone, and I'm gonna see how it goes.
That's gonna be fun though. Oh man.
Yeah, I want to prove that we can do it. I think traveling alone is something that is like something everybody should do, man or woman. But as this is girl streamers and people that identify as female here, it's how it can be a little scary to go places by yourself sometimes, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, growing up, we're told don't ever go somewhere by yourself, and it's
right.
But
my mother's not happy.
I want to go, right? My mom was not happy when I flew out to California by myself to meet the husband who was then boyfriend. Right.
Right. And it worked out.
Met me first, but then I flew out to meet his friends and family. But it was my first. Like, she's not a fan of. She hates when I travel. Like, I went to TwitchCon by myself last year, alone, and like, I don't know. There's something empowering about doing that kind of stuff alone, and just like
it is
going. Like, I would love to go to Japan and.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to do any other Asian. It'll just depend on like how my itinerary goes and my fundage and stuff like that. But those are, I'm really excited, and I'd love to. I want to go to Korea and have something like, I want to get like maybe a facial or microblading. I want to try some of their cutting edge beauty stuff.
Beauty stuff going on there.
Yeah,
they really do.
Like I want to try something, like even if it's slightly like maybe a little, I don't know, something. I don't know. I just want to see because I heard it's so cool. I just want to try it. Like I just,
like it's kind of like that's what they
do. It's their culture. It's a huge part.
Like, you go get your boob job done. You go get the augmentation. You go have like the facial. Like it's like
beeline.
It is very in their culture. So they actually it's more positively looked at in South Korea than it is.
It is. Some countries cover it. Health insurance will cover it in some countries. For your mental, they believe that your mental wellness is connected to your body image. But I think it's just I don't think you should feel pressured either way. I think you should just, if you want to do it, make sure that you're with somebody that knows what they're doing, so you don't end up like butchered or worse off for the wear. Just make sure you do research and don't feel bad about it. If you want to do something, if you can afford it, or if you want to save up for something, it doesn't matter how old you are, just do it. Just do what you want to do. None of your ideas are bad if you really want them and they're not hurting anybody. So just remember that.
That's exciting. Well, I will be definitely checking out your channel for those live streams because I'm going to live vicariously through you.
Awesome. So does that mean if I drink some tea, you will become caffeinated as well? Because you said you needed tea.
I know.
Okay,
I should have made myself some tea before the stream. I regret.
I wish I could make you some.
I love, we went to the grocery store and I was like, I need tea because I don't drink coffee. I don't do coffee. I prefer tea. And so I got my massive box of English breakfast tea because that's like my choice of drink to wake me up.
Do you drink it hot or cold?
Hot. I don't like.
Do you like milk? Milk tea? Do you like
milk? I do. I put milk. I do it the English way. I put milk and then sugar. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I do it the right way.
I actually have I bartended and worked in the service industry, and I learned how to make some really delicious drinks, both non-alcoholic and alcoholic, and I make some really good tea lattes that would probably blow your mind. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am, because my tea is that good. I make some good tea.
Now I'm jealous, and I really want to taste your teas.
Well, okay. So I was using bagged and loose leaf tea, and then a company called Pique, it's spelled Pique, sent me some samples to try. That's another thing I do. I do product reviews. I write reviews, and
you should write for Girlstreamers.
Hey, I didn't know that was an option, but I would love to. But I actually won a contest with Glow Recipe for writing some stuff for them, and I've done a couple of things. So they wanted me to review their tea, and I need the caffeine to kind of keep myself going. So it's delicious, but it really is good. I have stopped using anything of any other tea. It's organic and it has stuff for gut health, but it tastes like regular tea. It's in a little pouch and you can pour it into cold or hot water. So I just do a little bit, and then I mix in vanilla bean. I do agave. I'll add sometimes I'll use edible essential oils and make some kind of crazy concoctions, but I make a really good Earl Grey royal milk tea.
I feel like
with real vanilla bean.
I just looked.
And cream top milk.
I've seen their teas before, actually.
They are so good, and I'm not just saying that because I really would not. I'm so picky with tea, but if you want a good tea latte, I haven't tried it hot yet. To be completely honest, I've only tried it because making tea lattes, it has to be really concentrated.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're Earl Grey and they're jasmine green. I make a jasmine nectar tea, which is jasmine green tea with agave, vanilla bean.
Right now, dang.
Oh yeah.
You.
So just take your jasmine tea and 2 ounces of water and use 2 or 3 tea bags and let it sit for 10 minutes, and then pour it over ice. Then add milk. Then you take a vanilla bean, vanilla extract, and agave, and mix it all together, and it is heaven. It is so good.
Okay, you're gonna have.
You can just use vanilla Tarani if you don't have it at hand. You can just use vanilla Tarani and a creamer, or you can even use whatever those little vanilla creamer. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I'll use the little just International House of Coffee, whatever they're called. That's good too, but the vanilla really does something good to it. I really like foods and drinks.
I'm a big foodie as well.
Me too.
I
feels like there's more people now that love food. Oh, shut up.
I'm a foodie. I am most definitely.
I'm a foodie too.
No, my husband and I, when we travel, we refuse to eat at chain restaurants. We deliberately look for the smaller, Yelp is my favorite.
Yeah.
App because
do you do reviews on Yelp? Do you write your?
Yes, I review the crap on Yelp. Because
what's your status? What's your status? Are you the Duke? Are you the Duke?
No, yet I don't know.
The Duchess?
I don't know. Where is?
Are you the Baroness?
I have no idea. Where the heck is my Yelp app?
I don't know. Don't you hate when you like look at something like online and it recommends Yelp? Oh, hi guys. By the way, I didn't want to think you guys were ignoring me. I see there's a lot of people in the chat. Hello. I'm just not looking at the chat. I'm paying attention to here. But I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, Yelp like takes you to Yelp, but then it like doesn't take you to the thing you were looking for. It just takes you to like something else, and that makes me crazy.
Oh, that drives me insane. What is my?
Yeah.
I have
I'm gonna just
I
say
have
that you're
no
the
idea
Duchess.
what my status is. I don't even know how to find out. But I have a lot of people who like my reviews, so there you go.
Yeah, I have to check them out.
Because I will put bad reviews and good reviews. If
Oh,
it's
yes,
like mediocre,
absolutely.
I don't see the point in reviewing it. But like, if
Yeah,
it
don't
is-
kiss ass. Yeah, no
Yeah.
ass kissing.
if it's
I don't believe in that.
exceptional service, of course you're
Yeah.
getting a review. If it is
Yeah.
crappy service, you're getting a review as well.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
love it.
sometimes good food can have shit service, and then it just like ruins the meal. So
Right?
it's like,
Right?
mm.
It's like, man,
I mean, I
this
feel
food's
bad.
so good, but the service is so bad. Anyway,
I just feel bad sometimes. You know, the waitresses probably had a bad day. They got personal lives and stuff. I feel bad for them sometimes. It just depends. Sometimes you can just tell they just don't. They're just rude, just naturally. But some people you can. Oh, maybe they had a bad day. You
Yeah.
gotta be understanding.
Oh,
It's just food.
I used to be a server as well. Like you can, when you've been in the trade, like you can tell when someone's just having a rough day versus, oh no, they're just a bitch.
Just like, like they don't think their tip's gonna be good because you didn't wear the right shoes or something. You know those kind of people.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh,
Seriously.
what question are we on over here? I don't know. We got off on a tangent and it's
Just-
great and I love it.
Yeah.
So you stream game. What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on stream?
Oh man, I had a really truly accidental terrible nip slip. It was so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. I got these velvet tank tops off of Wish. Don't buy things off Wish. I like Wish for some things, but don't buy tops because
Oh no.
they're not reinforced for large breasts. So
oh no.
the strap literally the stitching, like the strap came, I was like adjusting my shirt and the strap literally detached itself and it goes gloop, and it was like, I was so embarrassed. I went like this and I like knocked like everything off my desk because I was like, ah! And I was so worried that I was gonna get like in trouble or something, and nobody knew. But there was only like 5 people in the stream, but they saw. Oh yes, they saw.
Oh no. Oh,
They
did
saw.
you delete the VOD right away?
I did. It took me, I was like sweating,
Right?
like trying to go on the computer because I had to go onto my computer and go through the videos and I didn't know how to work it. And I had only been streaming for like a month. And I was like literally like I could feel like my pores opening up and like pins and needles, like
you have
sweating.
won the embarrassing story. Absolutely nobody has had a nip slip so far.
It was not on purpose either, because I know you like, I heard that's good press, I don't know, I'm just kidding.
I'm a
but yeah,
streamer.
no. Exactly. Today's.
Oh God.
But
that's
yeah,
awful.
it was terrible. It was pretty bad. I think one time I like maybe like laughed and some like drink gerbed out of my mouth probably.
That
happens a lot.
to me all the time. Yeah.
Oh, I was talking to a hot waiter the other day. I had my birthday lunch and I was like asking for something and like some biscuit like flew out of my mouth. It was like, I guess it was stuck between my teeth or something, and I saw it and I was like, I wanted to die. It was so embarrassing. You know what I'm talking about, when you're just talking and you've been eating and they ask you like a million questions while you're eating?
Yes.
They're like, how's everything tasting? Is that okay? And they like want an answer.
Good.
So you have to be like, yeah. And I said, I know you just saw that. I just had to cover for it. I was like, I know you saw that, so just erase it from your mind.
It's worse. Like, it's even worse when you're talking to someone and you don't realize and you like spit on their actual shirt. And it's like, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Like, my bad.
Or like your spit like lands on their glasses. It's like, right?
Because
I do that to
as
my
a
niece.
musician, as a vocalist, you are
Oh yeah, you're
trained
like
trained
totally.
to project. So when
Oh
you
yeah.
project, your
Yep.
voice, like, you spit when you project, and so
Absolutely.
I spit all the time when I talk, and I hate it. I know, I hate it. I
don't
hate
see.
it.
I haven't seen any yet. The lighting. Maybe the lighting's not good. But I can't see any spit. You have nice teeth though.
Oh,
Those
Jesus,
pearly
thanks.
whites.
Um,
Those
mm,
like, compared to me, I've got like rat teeth compared to like.
oh, the Snapcam filter really makes things look nice. Just FYI. So,
Just reminded me. Oh, my battery died on my ring light.
oh no.
It's
And
okay.
you turned that off before the stream so the battery wouldn't die.
I know. I can plug. I'll have my servant plug it in.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel you on that. That's awful.
It is.
So would you say that's the most memorable moment that's happened to you on stream?
Yes, that's pretty memorable. That's pretty memorable. I think the first time I had a what's it called, a raid, and then I got a ban not too long ago for putting my video game in the wrong category. I guess I hadn't changed it or something, so I put it in the wrong category.
Congratulations.
I had 47 people. I'm not lying to you. I had 47 people in my room. I have it. There's a video of it. 7 people in my room, and I was just fiddling around looking at stuff, and I had heard about there was some card game or something that people were. I must have been searching or looking at something. I don't know, but it wasn't correct. So I got banned for 24 hours, and all of my followers that talked to me on the regular were like, did I do something wrong? Did you block me? Like, what's going on? And I was like, oh my God, no, I didn't do that. So like, I didn't even get banned. I didn't get the nip slip. Nothing happened. But I put my video game in like a different category, or it was tagged wrong or something.
24-hour ban for a
It was that day. It was the day where they weren't letting new streamers join. Do you remember that? It was like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
That was a weird day. That was a weird day.
That was a weird day.
I think it was because of that.
Okay. Yeah. So it probably wasn't even really intentional. They were just being awkward.
Oops. Did I disappear?
No, I still see you.
Oh, okay. Good. You do?
Yeah. Yeah. You're
okay.
Good. You're good.
I thought I turned the camera off by mistake. I was trying to make the picture bigger so I could see you better because you were tiny.
So what is it about like Castlevania and stuff like that that attracts you to that game? Like, what is it that just keeps you coming back?
Okay, well, the I've been playing Symphony of the Night and the new Igavania Bloodstained Ritual of the Night and the pixel art, and I have a huge crush on Alucard. I have like weird vampire man and women. I like, vampires and stuff like that.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Everybody has their thing.
I don't know. I just, the way he's drawn. Does anyone here have like a cartoon, like, or like an anime hunk or anything like that? Okay.
Yep.
So Alucard or like Vampire Hunter D was like my first anime hunk,
Nice.
And I think it kind of reminded me of like David Bowie, because David Bowie was my first.
Anime are freaking hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Anime
they make long hair look good.
Anime dudes are hot. I don't care. Anime dudes are hot.
Oh yeah.
Anime dudes.
I play those Otome
hot.
games too. Yeah. Yeah, I have, I like hot men in real life. I like them in anime life. I just, but I like, I like all flavors. So I'm, I've got a healthy appetite. I can't. So so that art, the pixel art for me, like, but yeah, he's so beautiful. The art is so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Everyone's gorgeous in the Symphony of the Night artwork. But that I thought was so cool. I really love all the work that they put into the pixel art, and I think it's so awesome the way everything moves. So I got that game. They ported it to PlayStation 4, and then the Kickstarter, I waited like 4 years for Bloodstained to come out, and that game is so awesome. So I've just been playing those, but I play a lot of different stuff. Like I have I started on handhelds. I don't know if you want to talk about how I started gaming, but I started gaming. I gamed as a kid, and then I didn't game for a long time through like my mid-teens, and then into I got into my 20s. Then I started gaming again after I quit smoking cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for a little while, and I had to quit. So that was my new thing. So my handheld was my cigarette.
Yeah, to give you something to do with your hands. That makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So I fell in love with my 3DS, and I moved from there. So now I've got the VR, I've got a Vita, I've got a Switch, all that stuff. But my 3DS was my first, like, I don't know. But I just love that some of the pixel art was really good, and I stream a lot of different stuff, mostly Japanese titles, mostly Japanese games, and, Monster Hunter, and I do play some Elder Scrolls Online, and I play Skyrim. I have a really cool modded Skyrim game that I've been working on for a year. It's pretty impressive. I'm about to wipe it. I'm about to wipe the whole thing and start from scratch. I'm gonna stream it, like where I just crush it and like start from the beginning.
I do that all the time. I will restart
the
Skyrim.
modding, right?
Isn't the modding amazing? It's crazy the kind of crap you can do in Skyrim.
It's so awesome. It's like it's not even Skyrim anymore.
I know.
Like you can make it into a totally any game.
If
it's in that environment, it can be anything. You can be anybody in that game. It's so cool for it's amazing. I have it for Xbox One where you have access to not all the mods, but most of the mods, and they're Nexus mods, and they're really good. And you don't need to spend extra money on them. You don't need to do Creation Club. Just go in there, and it takes some fiddling and learning your order of how your mods go. I've had a lot of hit or miss situations. My Xbox crashes a lot.
Oh, God.
But it does. I've really, the poor thing is just like, oh please, it's hurting me.
So you abuse your Xbox, huh?
Oh, I do. I do. It likes it. It keeps coming back. It does.
Are you excited about the new Elder Scrolls game that's on the mobile?
No.
No?
No.
I'm interested, but
okay, so I tried to download it. You're talking about Blades, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to the Switch, I'll play it, but my phone, I have a iPhone 7, and I have not been able to download it. It keeps just.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. My phone's not that old. I just don't really feel like I need an iPhone 37.
Right.
I don't need the new iPhone 103. This phone is fine. Like I really don't want to buy another phone. I got this one and broke the screen like the week I got it, and I like hate it. And if I get a new phone, it's gonna be like one of those weird Chinese like mobile gaming phones that looks like that looks like a Vita, but it's like a huge phone. Like I'm gonna get something stupid and awesome like that. I just don't.
I mean, if you like the handhelds, yeah. I mean, I'm personally a Droid fan, so I'm gonna stick with the Android.
Okay, Android has a lot of good games. I got a little Android tablet so I could play. I do like the Android games, but the iOS games, they don't have many to choose from.
So my mom prefers. It's funny because I like Mac operating system as a whole over Windows.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the phone, I think Android does it better than Apple. I really do. I wish I could have a Mac to work on because I do video editing and stuff like that. But for game wise, it is not the right. A Mac is not good for gaming. Like I could not do what I want to do.
It's horrible.
It is so bad.
It's a nightmare.
It is.
It's a total nightmare.
It's great
it's
for
awful.
like creative stuff, but if you want to do anything outside of the creative sphere, you can't. And with Adobe Cloud, like Creative Cloud, being able to go from one thing to the other, I'm fine. Whatever. That's what I use anyway. So
a nightmare. Oh shit! It's a total nightmare. Sorry, my phone's. Sorry about that. My volume. Did you guys hear that?
I did. It's okay.
I picked up my phone and then the volume like unmuted. But yeah, I think the Android stuff, but yeah, the gaming for Mac is not, it's just no bueno. If I would have known, I wouldn't have gotten it, I don't think. I'm going to get a cool PC. I want to build something. I was thinking about like maybe streaming that and, building something and having people have some input. I've been looking at I like Linus. You guys ever watch Linus Tech Talk on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
He's a YouTube guy and he builds PCs, and he's very like no nonsense guy, and he has some incredible builds, and so I'd really like to make one of his builds. I think they're really cool.
One of my mods actually built my computer, and I love it. I'm still paying it off, but
damn, that's awesome. Yeah, it's an investment, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I
don't trust myself to build a PC. I mean, I could, but I'm like, I'd rather just pay somebody to do it that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll have help. I'm not going to do it completely alone. There's no way. It would end up like being a toaster or something. Like it would end up like being able to cook burritos. It wouldn't play video games. It wouldn't be good.
So what's the oldest game in your backlog that you have not beaten yet?
Chrono Trigger, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger is probably one of the oldest games. I need some more light in here. Okay. So yeah, Chrono Trigger, and I'm trying to think. I know you just asked for one, but I know there's another one. That's the one that Final Fantasy 10-2, I think. I haven't finished those yet. Those are like my two, like I've had the longest that I haven't finished because they're really long games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you a Final Fantasy fan?
I am. I love Final Fantasy. Yeah,
of course, you're a weeb. Of course. I don't even know why I asked that question.
Of course.
You said earlier that you're a weeb, so I don't even know.
I mean, I'm a dork, and I'm, yeah.
There's so many ladies that like you need to get to know for because Silky C, Shanbot, there's quite a few ladies who play Final Fantasy online.
I have ESO right now, but I was thinking about getting that for the Shadowbringers. Does anybody like that? We'll have to ask about how they like that.
I'm sure they do. I don't know.
It looks cool.
Know anything about. I had to ask Silky when I did her interview what a chocobo was because I didn't know.
It's like a bird they ride on. It's like a big bird.
I was like, oh, okay.
They're really cute. I love like the Moogles, and I love the creatures, and I love like the crazy like
it's a nice
way
burp.
that they yeah, and I just love all the weird. I love Final Fantasy hair. I wish like
the hair
right?
is great.
It's like a thing.
Great. It's just like I know. I know the hair. Yeah.
There is no hair like Final Fantasy hair. Like there isn't. I wish that people in real life had hair that looked like that weren't just in blood on the dance floor. Or like right? What is that, Visual K, the Japanese musicians in those Visual K bands, they've got like that Final Fantasy hair. They do it. I kind of got it. There's some more elaborate styles, that you got to have the right kind of gravity for.
Yeah. Hey, okay, yeah. So just a quick question on the musician. Are you a BTS fan?
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious if because you said you wanted to go to South Korea, and I'm like, I wonder if she's a BTS fan because we have a lot of people who are obsessed with BTS in the community.
I'm not obsessed. I mean, I like.
You like them. You're just not obsessed with them.
I appreciate. I just like to see what other people are doing, and other kind of just doing crazy stuff and just making. I don't know. I just like to see what other people are doing and other artistic acts and things like.
Yeah.
Why not? I appreciate. I mean, you got to give them credit, right?
Right, like it's insane. Like it is insane that a K-pop band is like this huge. I love it. I think it's really, really cool to see something that's not American as popular as it is. honestly.
I feel bad for some of the things I've read about how their lives are really hectic and hard.
Yeah.
They don't get to really enjoy being young and stuff like that, and that makes me sad.
From what I
You know.
understand, like in South Korea, you have to do 2 years of military service unless you're in like a K-pop band, and then you can go a little bit longer or something like that. But they are
Really?
very like they're very strict on how they run that kind of stuff, which is, I mean, it works, but yeah, it's a very interesting industry over there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So, I mean, I just think that about a lot of like, when I look at certain things and certain like pop, any just pop music in general that's manufactured, I do just kind of, I guess
yeah,
because I have compassion for probably more people than like, I don't know, like most people, you're compassionate towards like people directly or animals, stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't want anyone to not enjoy their life. I don't know.
right. No, I get it. Like the people, like I hate American Idol and America's Got Talent and all of those shows because the people who do win usually don't make it
That is so true.
because they're stuck in these contracts, and it's
Yes,
just like so screwed up.
they're
I'm
locked
sorry.
in.
My stomach is really hurting. I need to step away for just a moment, guys. I apologize.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I apologize, guys. My stomach is like, I'm telling you, stress is real right now in my life.
It's real.
It's very real.
There's no picture, I don't think, still.
It's up.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so back on track now that I'm done in the bathroom.
Yay. I'm sorry you don't feel good. I apologize for like
It's not
not
your
being
fault.
a good. I was like, I didn't know. Could they hear me while you were gone?
No, I muted everything.
Oh,
so
good. I was talking to nobody then. All right.
yeah, nah, I muted it. So
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Tubbs and his raunchy puss puss. That's like our new subject. Just kidding.
nah, I'm good. I'm
Because
gonna
I
ignore
heard
that.
from the grapevine that that he was using his for salad dressing. I mean, I don't know.
Ew, gross. Okay, are there any trends that you would like to see change in the gaming industry?
Okay, well, all right. So I don't know if I'm answering this question correctly, but the whole Sony censorship thing is starting to get real weird and sort of borderline xenophobic. I would like to say so I'd like to see them maybe kind of get their senses back and realize that
What do you mean
adults can.
censorship?
So as of April, it started like it's been about a year, but as of like April of last year, um, Sony got a new president, and
Right.
they took the headquarters from Tokyo to California. And ever since that, they have been taking games from Japan and cutting parts of them out or censoring CGs of boobs and Devil May Cry. People have been leaving their jobs, losing their jobs because Sony is basically saying that anybody who isn't Japanese or can speak Japanese doesn't have enough sensibility to A, filter what their children look at, and B, be able to know how to choose what as an adult, what if something is rated mature by the ESRB already, what is okay to play if you aren't Japanese. So
Huh.
basically, if you live anywhere except for Japan and you're not Japanese or can't speak Japanese, you are not allowed to experience the games the way they were intended to be experienced because they
That
just
is
don't want us.
unnecessary censorship. Like I don't understand the thought process behind why they would do that.
Because I'm telling you, so Nintendo has parental controls, and they believe that the ESRB or SARO or whatever third party that decides what games are rated, they trust in that, and they know that parents can lock their kids out of rated M games and only allow them to play E or T games, and the M games are not allowed. So why is Sony putting so much money?
It's a political thing. It's a political thing because the politicians in America, and I don't want to get too political because that's not what we are about here, but because this does revolve around video games, they utilize video games as an excuse for these mass murders and stuff like that. And we all know that's not why these people go and shoot up people. It's a mental thing.
Right. And I'm not even talking about they're censoring like
the nudity and stuff.
Not even nudity, like just their like Tifa from Final Fantasy is going to have like an extra black bra, or like people want to put pantyhose on a rhythmic gymnast's legs. Real rhythmic in Persona, the Royal. Have you ever seen the Olympics, guys? Have you seen a real rhythmic gymnast? Their bodies are only covered because they need to utilize like movement, and if they want to base something on reality, rhythmic gymnasts and people in the Olympics show more skin than somebody in an anime does. Have you ever watched Olympic volleyball?
Yeah.
Have you ever just watched a show that's rated for PG-13 or whatever on Netflix that has underage kids engaging in sexual activities with each other and stuff, and like that's okay, and those platforms are on PlayStation. You can watch Netflix on PlayStation, but you can't have
these video games
cartoon boob.
That is, I did not realize they were doing that.
Yeah, it's
wow.
It's not, but Xbox is not, and like Nintendo's not. Nintendo used to be like the total family friendly thing. They trust in the ESRB. If it's not illegal and the ESRB has already deemed it appropriate to be purchased by adults over the age of 17, why censor it further?
Right.
What we want, if we wanted to play a game that's from Japan, we don't want, I don't know how to say this. If we want something from another culture to experience it and check it out, we don't need it. We don't need to have the wool pulled over our eyes. We don't need to have it washed over with our own culture. We want to see it and see it for its own cultural
because you want to experience that culture's thing.
And games for kids, games in Japan are geared more toward a lot of more teens play games over there. Are not as many adults play games like on PlayStation as teens do. So like, of course, a lot of protagonists look young, or they're gonna be like teen, but it's not real. There's no sex in these games. There's just maybe low cut outfits or some kind of jiggle physics. It's not real. It's a cartoon.
I wonder what
the anvil drops on the head of like Bugs Bunny and he goes flat. That doesn't happen in real life when you drop something on a real rabbit. It's a cartoon.
I wonder what the reason behind that is. Like what the reasoning
is. It's fishy.
Is.
It's really fishy, and I think it has something to do with the president himself. I've wondered if maybe he or somebody at the company got in trouble for something, or they're trying to cover something up. I'm not trying to be like a conspiracist or anything, but it just happened so fast, and they've gone back and forth on saying, well, these are old rules that we're instating now. And then a week later, another person from Sony says, we never had any rules instated and there aren't any. We just make it up as we go along, and this is all new. So I've heard two different things. Literally, I have articles. I was working on a YouTube video from April 18th to like April 27th. Two Sony representatives said two condescending things about the same subject, and it is
contradicting.
Yes, I'm sorry. Contradicting, pardon me. I'm just thinking a lot. Contradicting stories about the same subject. And
So
yeah,
they don't even
I'm illiterate.
communicate.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Right. They can't even communicate between like person to person to keep their story straight. And then now they're saying it's because of like they're just trying to blame it on stuff that doesn't have anything to do with video games. Like,
Of course they are.
yeah. So I don't know. I just wish that people could just, as adults, choose what they want, and you can't just trust parents to like lock their kids out of stuff. But I guarantee
some parents are going to be stupid. It just is what it is. Some parents are just going to be stupid. But yeah, that I don't understand the censorship here that we have, the censorship issues that we have here. I think if it wasn't so taboo to show skin, and we actually talked about it, right? Like
it's
if we actually talked about it, it wouldn't be such a big deal instead of hiding it, because hiding it does nothing but make it worse, right? All you're doing is just making kids want to see what it like, oh, why is this a thing that I'm not allowed to do?
Right. If you just told people that, if you told your kids, like, you know, women have fat pads on their chest to make milk for babies, and sure, they're beautiful, women are beautiful, but it's not something that, like, you know, it's like, you know, they're everywhere. It's not something that should be like,
right.
You know, that's all they're showing is cleavage. There's no nipples, there's no P's and V's being shown in these games. It's just sometimes you'll see a buttock or a low cut top. But you know what? I'm going to go out and wear my low cut top all I want, and I'm not going to let anybody censor what I wear.
Streamer.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, and I don't know.
No, I didn't realize. I'm gonna have to do some research on that because I hadn't.
I'll send you some links.
Yeah, definitely, because that's fascinating to me. I didn't realize that they had started doing that. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That's not cool.
So a lot of games now are getting released on Switch in their entirety, and then they're having cut versions for the PlayStation. So this is what I say. If you're going to give us part of the game, then you need to charge part of the price, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if you're taking out, you know, something, then maybe charge $5 or $10 less for the game. I think they are doing it with one game that they're making like a family. You know, Sony wants to be a company where you can play anything in front of your grandma. You know, but
who cares? My grandma wouldn't care.
Right.
My grandma wouldn't care.
My grandma would go, "Whoa, my lord! Like, ooh, look at that. That's nasty." You know, she just laugh it off. Yeah.
Right. Like my parents used to play video games with us. Like they don't care. Like I mean, they care. Like they limited to what we could play until we got older. But like, you know, they'll sit there and watch us play video games and be like, that's I don't know how you do that. That's cool.
I just think that there's more pornographic things everywhere else. I mean, kids can look and Google up whatever they want. And, you know, if you don't have parental controls, they could whatever they want. They can look till the cows come home at some really dirty, you know, whatever you want to think of it. It's a very hardcore stuff that shows real people doing real things.
I wonder if it's because Sony has been in so much hot water lately that they're trying to show some change, and that's the change. They're like, all right, well, we got to be extreme, so let's be extreme.
But the thing is, they're only doing it to certain games. So like I just bought a couple of games and they weren't censored at all, and there's some pretty risque stuff in there that I can't, you know, for if they're going after, they're witch hunting or whatever, going after people. And then there's other games that they just, like Senran Kagura, for one, is the guy left, one of the guys that did the art for Senran Kagura left his job, and because it was just too much. People are losing money and people are losing their jobs because of it, and
that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, and I don't know. I've been thinking and writing stuff down to talk to this with people forever, and it's like now I'm just not as eloquent as I want to be, and I wish I could really explain the weight of what this means for us if we cave in and let it happen.
No,
It's just gonna.
I totally get it, because you're just, yeah. Uh I agree. Like, that's the only thing I can say is I agree with that. That we're adults here, and the bulk of people who play video games are actually our age group.
Right. They're
So
adults, and
you got to look at your demographic. Yes, you have children who play games, but the bulk of people who play games are the people who grew up with the video games.
right.
Still. And yeah, you have to look at your demographic, and like, they don't have a problem, cutting off heads, or having things bleeding. My husband's coming home, sorry. Or bleeding, or showing guts and stuff falling out, but oh, God forbid we show cleavage.
Yeah.
And I think that is definitely a cultural and society thing here in America. I mean,
we're pushing tweens to wear stuff that looks like something an adult woman should wear, the clothing that's available. Like, so, if you're dressing up 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds like 25-year-olds, and then, but you're like telling people that they can't look at cartoon boobs. It's like, I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I think people should be able to wear what they want. If you're a child, you do what your parents say. You just do. If you're underage, you just do what your parents say. Okay, just do it.
Yeah.
And then, when you have your own kids, you can tell them what to do. But they're trying to protect you, and if you're an adult, you should be able to do what you want as long as it's legal and it's not hurting yourself or anybody else. There's no problems. I don't see any. Oh yeah, pageants and stuff. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But I don't.
I was a pageant baby.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it.
Damn, sounds stressful for a kid.
I was the kid who I played softball.
That's fun.
But my mom wanted me to do cheerleading and pageants and stuff because my mom's a girl. She's a girly girl.
She did it too.
Yeah. But that wasn't me. And she learned quickly that wasn't me, so she didn't force it on me for too long. Thank God.
That's good.
So what who inspires you?
Okay. My father was a huge inspiration to me, just music and art and being creative. I found him to be really inspirational. I find David Bowie to be extremely inspirational, as far as like, musically. Just a lot of musicians. There's quite a few musicians. Trent Reznor, Tori Amos. Kind of like some older '90s bands that really
you're just like saying my childhood right now.
Yes, right. So it's like, yeah, all that stuff. My sisters were 8 and 10 years older than myself, so I got exposed, and my mom and dad were 12 years apart, so I got exposed to the gamut of music and art and movies. So, and you know what? I'll tell you this. I don't know if it's probably not good, but when I was really little, they still had video stores, and you could go in and get a movie. And my dad would just let me get whatever I wanted. And I can tell you, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like heavy metal or any of those like weird old like Fantastic Planet, like weird like European cartoons. But I watched, or like horror movies. I watched so many horror movies and so many R-rated things and stuff, and I turned out fine.
Right? Like, all I wanted to watch was horror movies when I was a kid, and my parents let me do it.
Yeah, we were allowed to watch
I'd scare the crap out of myself, but I'd watch it anyway because my dad would be like, "Are you sure you want to watch that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay then." Right. Like, it's like he had this sick like he loved watching me watch it because he knew that it would scare the crap out of me, and he'd laugh. Yeah, he's like, "You did it to yourself."
That's funny. So yeah, so those people inspire me, just but my parents were a big inspiration for me. They were really generous with like their time of pushing me towards being artistic, and they really wanted me to, and they were generous with their time and love and stuff. I was very fortunate, and that I think really shaped me. I'm just kind of a fun loving, just relaxed person. I can be a little hyper, but
the
but yeah, I just
tail is like banging up against the thing, and it's making a lot of
he's
noise.
happy. Happy pup.
But she's driving me insane. So what do you like about being a part of Girlstreamers?
Well, first of all, I think you're amazing. Like meeting women like you, and I've met a couple, another girl, a space girl MC. She's been a really cool friend. I've just made really cool. Hey, girl. I just made some really cool friends and really met some nice ladies on here, and it's so nice to just feel like it's okay to like root for the gender I identify as, and like have something that like gives me an opportunity to talk to other women other people that identify as female, and other women, and just it's just all this network of people. I can't wait to talk to more musicians. You're saying it's just it's really awesome to just have all of that at my fingertips, all these women at my fingertips to just know and learn from.
Yeah, because growing up we're told like women are catty, and like we're kind of pitted against each other growing up.
We are,
and we compete with each other, whereas why? Like the older I get, the more I'm like, why do I fight against and try to, like, what's the point? Like, because you
to get a man or a part, like fight for another person, or look thinner than them, or look, what I mean? Like, what's the point? We need to be sisters. It's important.
And like a rising tide raises all ships. So like why like why are we not lifting each other up? And that's
I wholeheartedly agree.
So what keeps you so passionate about gaming and just the community as a whole?
I don't know if do you like reading?
I love reading.
Okay. So I think of video games like the same way that I think is books. It's like something to just dive into and like experience, and that's why I like RPGs so much, because it's like I like to sometimes see through the eyes of somebody else. Sometimes I like to be another version of myself. Sometimes I like to, and
so I'm obsessed with GTA RP right now.
Yeah, so the games like that, it's just like a rush to just have just your own little world, and then like that you can just enjoy. I do like single player games a lot. I know that a lot of people want multiplayer games now, and I do love multiplayer games a lot, but there's just something magical about it's like a good book, like just diving into it and just from the beginning to the end, finding out how it ends, and starting that new game plus. Like I just finished Assassin's Creed Origins, and I played it? Oh, so good. It's amazing.
I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some very good things about it.
I couldn't believe it. I wish I'd played it sooner. I didn't play it till 2 years later or something. I got Odyssey 2. It's pretty. I don't like the story and stuff as much. It's still cool. It's pretty lit, but I really love the Egyptian background, and you learn so much about like the Egyptian people in the story and their hardships, and like what how the Romans were, and like some of it is based off of like real history with like some of the stuff peppered in, but you get to see they have like a museum tour part of the game.
What?
That you can play. They have a museum tour where you can go through a tour of Egypt and part of Rome, and it's really cool. And you can be a Cleopatra. You have an avatar.
I think they do their research when they make those games.
They do. They with real experts.
Yeah.
So both those games, those newer Assassin's Creed games, I highly recommend. I think you can get Origins for like $12 or $15 for the whole thing. The DLC has the underworld with
Oh,
all,
okay.
you go through the tomb, and you get to be, there's like 4 or 5 different types of the underworld, where you get to see like where Osiris is from and where Anubis is from, and these giant lotuses open up, and there's like these jackal people and like weird
Nice.
ghosts and
I
and
love
big and giant.
Egyptian culture, like the history. Like it's really fascinating.
It is.
And
I
I
have
like
tons of
Greek
books.
mythos and stuff like that as well.
Yes.
Like there's a
Yes.
podcast I listen to that talks about the Greek mythology, and I'm in love with it. It is my favorite podcast right now. It is fascinating. I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, send me the link.
Okay. All right, I will.
I'd love to check it out. I
It's
love
on
that stuff.
Spotify too, so like
I love Spotify. I need to get a new. I need to read. I've been just using YouTube for music. I like to watch the videos.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Spotify right now.
I have so many playlists. I have to let you see. Like I used to Spotify it up all day. Loved it. Just drink wine and Spotify.
What is one of the biggest mistakes that you have made as a streamer so far?
Biggest mistakes. Oh God, I feel like I kind of screw up every stream. There's always something that goes.
Having a nip slip.
yeah, just like audio stuff, or just little stupid things like forgetting to plug. Like the other day I forgot to plug in my headphones, so I was just talking to like an echoey. Just stuff like that. I wish that I had been able to like stick with it more. I think not having a set schedule has hurt me. I need to really start having like, I'm just such a like do when I feel like it type person. That's why I work for myself and stuff. That's why I've always, but it is important to have a schedule. You have to kind of treat it like, you have to take it really, if you want it to get serious, you got to treat it real serious, and then you'll get to where you want. But I think I want different things out of streaming than maybe other people do, and then maybe vice versa. They want, so, and I'm not exactly sure what those things are, but I think I mainly do it because I like to socialize while I'm at home too. Like I'm a Cancer and I'm very social, and I think I feel guilty sometimes about playing video games and just kind of like, my friends will say like, oh, you're being recluse, like a new game, like this game just came out, like you're being reclusive. Like, no, they don't understand because they're not gamers. Like my real life friends, not my online friends, they don't really play games. So it's like, I don't know. That's why I like streaming, so I can meet other people that like what I like.
Yeah. All my friends are online now.
Yeah.
Except for the husband's friends.
Friends are online. Yeah. So it's like, some of my closest people I talk to every single day on PlayStation Network and stuff. And even just, even like, I remember Miiverse. Oh God. Like I had so many friends on that. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Wow. And stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, the mistakes I think are just like making sure my audio is right, making sure my lighting's right. Just, yeah, those are like the only really big mistakes. I haven't like offended or hurt or said anything too bad.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, well, I feel like they'd say I haven't had any complaints, so that's good.
So what is the greatest challenge or obstacle that you've had to overcome in your life?
Oh, this is gonna get dark. The greatest obstacle was probably my father dying. That was hard. That really put me in a dark place. It really made me. My sister and my father both died in a very short span of time, and that really made me go from like like really out there kind of person to like kind of like a shrinking violet and like more in my head. And it took me a long time to like get over get over the deaths. Like that was really
when a
hard
death
for
like
me.
that hits you, it did. I had a similar reaction when I had some really close people leave, pass away. It's because I'm an extrovert, And when
Me
you
too.
watch something like that happen, like it's really hard to not kind of disappear. Cuz
Yeah,
it hits you hard. It hits you
did.
really hard. So
It affected relationships with people. It did. I pushed
yeah,
people away because of
I
that. I'm better now. It took a long time though. It took like 2 years for me to
yep,
get over it. You never get over it, but
you
it
don't.
took me. It's just so much at once, but I think that was my biggest hardship. I mean, other than that, I've been, I'm healthy. I'm a healthy person, and I haven't, it's been like more stuff around me that's happened, like, but nothing to me, per se. Like does that make sense? Like
No,
I had
yeah, yeah,
I had
it totally
bad
makes
things
sense.
happen in my with my family and stuff, but I've been lucky, knock on wood, that I personally haven't. I mean, I guess it is the same. I mean, it happened to me. Like I lost my dad, or I lost my sister. We lived together. I lost those people. So, but that was hard. But, yeah.
No,
That's all I want.
I mean, that's
I
a
don't want my
tough
eyelashes to cry off.
No,
They're
that's a
glued on
tough
tight.
thing to that's a tough thing to go through. I
Oh yeah.
mean, yeah, no, I totally understand that. If you could give your past self 1 to 2 words of advice from the wisdom and experience you have gained, what would it be?
Don't put all of your time and effort into a relationship that's not working. And like with boyfriends or girlfriends or someone you're dating, like just walk away, no matter how hard it hurts. Just there's more people in the world, and you don't deserve to feel bad or be treated bad. That is my first piece of advice. And my second piece of advice is to um, just be. I know when your life feels like you're at its lowest or whatever, just remember that you know you just only have one life. I know that sounds dumb, and some people maybe don't. I don't know, but those two things, like, just I would just tell myself to not put so much emphasis on boyfriends or girlfriends or relationships, and just focus more on my education and stuff like that. I just wish I would have pushed myself harder in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a trait that you're most proud of?
Oh, I like that I can sing. Like, is that
That's a
like
trait.
I guess, yeah, I guess that I like my I laugh at my own jokes a lot, so I think my sense of humor is good. At least it entertains me.
I mean, you entertain yourself, so there you go.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
like
greatest
making other people laugh.
insecurity?
Oh gosh.
I know I'm just like popping them off right now.
Oh no, you're fine. I don't know. I guess my greatest insecurity would um
That this one always gets people. Yeah.
oh my god. Oh, my computer is not plugged in, I guess. My greatest insecurity, I think, is just like feeling like I'm not smart enough sometimes. Like I don't ask the right questions, stuff like that. Like, am I smart enough to, you know, converse with this person, or am I, intelligent enough to, like, have, partake in a certain conversation with people. Sometimes I worry, like,
Uh,
that I'm, like, not keeping up, and you know what I mean? Like, I'll go to, does that make sense?
I 100% understand that feeling. It's like imposter syndrome. Like
Yeah.
you don't think you belong in that atmosphere, regardless of what it is, whether it be
Even if they
uh
accept you, you're like,
right. Yeah. You don't feel like you
"Mhm."
belong. You're waiting for somebody. At least in my experience, I'm waiting for someone to tell me to get the hell out because I'm not good enough to be here, right?
Right.
Like, and
Like,
I
I just,
struggle with like my intelligence all the time cuz like I grew up in the South, and
right.
Southern people are known to, the stereotype is we're stupid. and I'm not. I know I'm not
Really?
stupid. I know I'm extremely smart. I know I'm an intelligent person, but I struggle because that is an insecurity of mine. Yeah.
Really? They say that? Is it because of the drawl
It's because
that
of the
people
way
have
it's
sometimes?
because if
You
if
don't
you
have a
sound
drawl.
like this, people think you're stupid if you sound like
Because
this.
my doctor has a southern drawl, and he's a doctor.
Yeah.
So it's like I think
Southern
some of the
people
most
can be just as intelligent as northern people, but
I have a lot of friends I've met that are that have those have southern draws, and like I think it's great. I've never correlated someone's accent with their intelligence. That's too bad.
that's been thrown on me my whole life. I mean, I don't have a southern drawl, but I've watched it with my mom because my mom's very smart and like she's really quick. And so watching her interact with people sometimes cuz she's southern. Oh yeah, she's
Straight
southern.
up.
So when she says something, you see the reaction of people and they're like they weren't expecting her to be as intelligent as she is, and it's like, well,
Oh, that's too bad.
my mom's actually pretty smart. She may not have finished college, but that doesn't a paper doesn't equate to intelligence.
Oh, I know. I should have answered. Okay, the question. I have Tourette's. Sometimes I get insecure about it.
Really? You have Tourette's? I never would
I
have wow.
I have a motor tic disorder. I have physical Tourette's. I don't have. I think when I was younger, I might have had a few vocal tics, but I've worked real hard and on them, and
Well, music actually is supposed to help with that, isn't it?
It does. It has. Yeah, totally. When I'm doing music, I actually don't tick.
That's not surprising. I've heard that
like
music also helps
right now.
with autism. Because it's soothing, it helps because it's that repetition of something. So because your brain it's constantly like going, but when you listen to the music, it helps just helps your brain some. I've looked at it before and I sound really stupid right now, but yes, I totally because I have a speech impediment and a hesitation. So
I didn't hear it. I guess we haven't noticed each other's things today.
So music helped me with all of that. Yeah, I stutter really bad.
Really?
When I'm tired, it's really bad.
My tick gets bad when I'm tired, or like when I'm any kind of overexcited. Like I've been ticking like off. I can feel myself like trying to not. I just have like it's like a little people think it's like a hair toss, or I'll go like that. But yeah, my brother actually has it, and my niece. It's like a genetic thing.
Oh wow! Have you seen
mild
that the girl who has Tourette's? Like it's really really bad. Like she became a partnered streamer, and her like she's like this English girl, and it's amazing. Her stream is fantastic, but she has like the really bad case of Tourette's. Anita. Sweet Anita, thank you so much. They knew exactly who I was talking about in chat. She's amazing.
I'll have to check her out.
You should check her out. She is so freaking adorable, and it's really awesome because it's giving people awareness of Tourette's and actually how it works. And she's done like interviews and stuff, and I read an article, and she's like, not everybody.
And Tourette's is not autism. It's not autistic. It has
right.
nothing to do with that.
Right. And she's like, not everybody, she has the extreme case and not everybody has that. You are frozen for some reason. Did we lose you?
Go through my shitty kitchen.
All right, we are back.
Hello. Hey, it's like a special, it's like a special Christmas episode or something, right? The Christmas special, but different, not Christmas. Let's treat it like that.
Yes. All the things. There's a reason why I edit these sometimes.
Yeah. We can just edit those parts out for later. It's perfect.
Yep. I will edit all of that out. Okay.
Perfect.
So back on the podcast, we're actually getting close to the end anyway. Have you ever been trolled?
Oh yeah. But not in the way, just like that guy that was talking about our pusses, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just sexual stuff. That's really it.
Yeah, pretty standard troll.
Nothing I don't hear when I go to 7-Eleven or whatever. I'm used to it now. And from bartending and stuff.
It's so sad that we have to get used to it though. Like, it's just sad. That just makes me sad that we're used to that stuff.
I had to stop going to the convenience store and go to the other one down here because the guy makes me feel so uncomfortable now. I can't even go there. He looked at me and like, I'm built like very like an hourglass, like I'm very like this, like, and I always have been since I was young, like 13 years old. I was built like that, which is probably not good. My mom was probably worried out of her mind, poor thing. But he was just like, he like licked his lips and was like, "Ooh, you look like," he was like, "Ooh, you look like you look like you do something nasty or something like that" to me, and I like left. I couldn't even remember my bank card pin, my debit pin. It freaked me out so bad.
Ew, gross. Ew. I got called a bitch because I didn't respond to a guy once at Kroger.
Ew.
Yeah, I was walking up and he's like, "Damn, girl, you fine." And I didn't, because I don't respond to that. Right, and he's like, "Bitch." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" The entitlement. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, on here too. Like if I don't like, I've had like people message me even on just Discord, like, oh, I heard you talking in a chat, and like I don't see it or something, and I don't respond right away, and they've been like, "Fuck you, cunt," or something, stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Just for not answering fast enough.
Yeah. No, I love being a woman sometimes. Those are the moments I cherish. Those moments, being called a bitch because I don't respond to a cat call. It's great.
Yeah, it is lovely.
So what advice do you have for new people getting into streaming?
Well, make sure you stick to a schedule. I know it's hard and it kind of makes it feel like jobby, but if you want it to be a job, you have to treat it like a job.
Very true.
Yeah, you have to, if you want it to be a job and you want to like make, you want to get sponsorships and things like that, you have to treat it like a job and you have to be professional, but also be yourself, which is hard, but just like any other job. And then my other piece of advice for streaming would be like, even if you only have, if your chat is empty, it doesn't mean that you're not funny and you're not a good streamer. There's just so much saturation that you just pick a different game. If it's not you, it might just be playing something that's obscure, that's kind of buried underneath, and just maybe try to play something that's like a little bit more popular, or it doesn't have to be like Overwatch or anything like that. Just something, like what I'll do is look through, I'll look through on Twitch, like what has the most viewers and what has the least viewers, and sometimes if something has like, it's like 2 people, there's like 100 people watching, but there's only 1 or 2 people. They'll want to see someone new, so you can take some of those viewers and share them with that group of other 2 people, or you can take a piece of the pie off of a bigger pie and get, go to a game that's, larger, like Final Fantasy Online or something. So just remember that. And a lot of streamers will go through a phase where they get panicked. You will start panicking about your stream. It happens to everybody. It's like a weird phase. You'll have your honeymoon phase with your stream, then you'll have like this weird, I call it the panic phase, where you like literally like, do you ever like where you get so nervous that you feel like you can't like eat or think about anything else? Like you'll start to obsess about your stream, and just know that happens to everybody, and it can make you sick. So you need to be aware of it, because it can make you physically not well if you're letting yourself worry about like, oh, am I getting enough followers, or oh, is this enough, or oh, is that enough? Because it's slow. Some people have to stream for 5 3, 4, 5 years before they get anywhere. You just have to really want it. And even if you do get popular, you might only make what equals out to like $15,000 a year, like minimum wage. It would have been the same as if you'd worked at a restaurant
Right.
or a retail job. So just remember, it has to be something that you love, and you've got, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Just stream because you want to share your personality and you want to make friends, and let it go from there. But if you're trying to do it just to make money off the bat, you're just going to make yourself sick, because you could be the best, most fascinating, beautiful person in the world, but I'm telling you, I see a lot of beautiful girls and boys out there, and there's nobody watching, and it has nothing to do with it's just pick your content and be you. If you already have the personality to want to stream in front of a bunch of people, you already have the right personality for it. So just trust in yourself.
I think that's great advice because I mean, you've been streaming less than a year and you understand that panic, and that is very real, and it doesn't happen once. I've been streaming for 3 years and I have my ups and downs, and everybody goes through that.
Me too. Yeah.
And
it can get very discouraging.
It is. You are 100% right. It can make you sick, and sometimes you have to just step back and go, I need a break from this for a little bit, and just take a short break. Or take a month off, it's okay to do that and kind of do a reset and get yourself back to where you enjoy it.
Yeah, just let people know. Make sure that you have, another piece of advice is on your bottom panels. Make sure there's access to you on Twitter, on any other platform. So if you're not there, if somebody that likes to follow you wants to talk to you or shoot you a message, you can have some way to communicate. Because if you just completely disappear, like, just if you have regulars, I'm not saying respond back to every single person, but just shooting a tweet out there or a snap to, like, just let people know how you're, like, say, hey, I'm taking a break, and then like a snap once in a while. You could be like having a smoothie, like a little snap. People know that you're still engaging somewhat. Like, do that.
This is all great advice, guys. This is actually all really, really, really good, solid, not generic advice. I am very impressed with this advice.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I work. I do a little bit of tutoring on the side. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I do work with kids sometimes, and then I also grew up as a thespian and acting and music and stage and stuff. So I know the pressure of having and modeling, having the pressure of eyes on you and being judged for a lot of different things at one time, and learning how to deal with that pressure, because I can tell you modeling was like that. I
have no doubt.
Yeah, it was really hard. Staying thin and stuff, and doing those things was horrible and stressful, and don't
do it, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's just like, there's other things you can use your beauty for. There's, being, if you have the type of beauty, like, you use it to, like, go to real estate and, like, use it to, like, sell $1 million worth of houses or something. Like, there's other things you can do forever, because if you're pretty inside and nice to other people, then you probably have a beauty no matter what, cheesy as that sounds, and people are going to see that. And there's different types of beauty, and you can utilize them all. Okay, so don't feel like if you don't look like this person that you're not beautiful. It's just, not everyone is the same. So
exactly.
So yeah, just the panic phase, and I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. You just watch out for the panic phase, because it will happen. And when it does happen, it can literally make you physically sick. So just be careful and make sure you're drinking water, and you're not drinking like a million Red Bulls to try to sleep all night.
This is water, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So just make sure that you're, like, not forgetting to take breaks, and if you go to the bathroom and a couple people leave, they'll come back. It'll be fine. Just really, it's fine. I promise.
Do you have any cool tattoos, scars, or piercings?
I have a really horrible tattoo. It's not really horrible, but it's like a kanji symbol on my back that I got when I was like 16, because my sister was kind of a bad girl, and she took me to get a tattoo. My mom was not happy about it. So I do have a tattoo. It's very small, and I have my septum and my nose pierced, but I don't wear my septum ring anymore because it's just it tickles and stuff. I just wear the stud now. So and scars. Oh, I have a little scar on the palm of my hand from when I fell at a Chinese restaurant parking lot and it split my hand open. You can't really, you can't,
Ooh,
I don't know, you can't. It's barely, you can
can't
barely
really
see
see
it, but
it. Yeah.
yeah, I can still see it in real life, but there's like a little scar because it like split open long ways, and I could go like this, and you could, the skin was like, "Mer, mer." I tripped in the rain. I
Ouch.
tripped in the rain,
Ouch.
and then one time I had a hold. It was raining, and I had 6-inch heels, and I was walking, and I thought it was just sidewalk that was mirrored with a little water, and I stepped into one of those
Oh no.
sprinkler,
Oh no,
and
no.
there was a metal thing that went this long, went all the way through my shin into my leg,
Ow.
and I had to get a bunch of tetanus shots, and that wound weeped and bled for 7 days. I am not kidding you. I thought I
Ow.
still have a little mark on my shin from it, but it was it was horrible, and it was so painful. I had to get all these weird injections, so I still have a little circle there. But yeah,
Oh, that just sounds so painful.
it was so, it looked so bad. It looked like it was like movie makeup, like it was wax, and there was like this hole punctured into my leg. It was really
Oh,
gross.
wow. Wow.
By the way, like, yeah, stuff really does, like, movies are so good now that like that really is what wounds look like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like when you see bullet holes in movies now, like that's what holes in skin looks like, and that's what dead people look like. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. They
Yeah.
do a great job. If
Yeah, there's
there
some really impressive.
was one person, past or present, that you could have dinner with, who would it be and why?
Oh man, if I could have dinner with anybody, I would probably have dinner with Salvador Dali. Because
Oh, he would be a
yeah,
good
I would
one.
have dinner with Salvador Dali because he um he kind of like, before he got famous, he was really really poor, and they were like super broke, and like nobody was buying his art, but he just put on like his best, he put his best foot forward, and he just pretended like he had everything he already wanted, and it's called like fake it till you make it.
Yep.
And he's like the ultimate faker till you make her. So I would love to just talk to him and learn all his tactics, because he is like a really talented grifter.
Yeah.
And I would love to talk to him. I just
Um,
love people who really know how to hustle. I admire that. I don't know if I could have the huevos to do that, but I just think that like people, people that are like psychics and stuff, like psychic hotline people, like, man, I want to learn about that grift. Magicians, just stuff like that. Artists, just, yeah, anybody that knows how to create illusions in any form. So Salvador Dali would be amazing.
his artwork is beautiful too. Like
It is.
I've always loved Salvador Dali. Always.
He's a master artist, so I'm sure most of the people that are listening, even if you're like really young, you're like 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever, you probably have heard of him. I mean, he's a,
It's
as
kind of
big
a
as
big
like
deal.
Picasso or anything, but he's just he was alive in this last centuries, so he's not.
Right.
But yeah, so Salvador Dali probably. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
And on that, I'm going to end my questions. We've got one question here because we are actually getting real close to time.
Yeah.
So, Miss DJM asked a question, which I think is a great question and now is on my list of questions to ask people.
Okay.
What is one thing that you wish I had asked but didn't and would love for everybody to know about you?
Oh man. Well, I don't I don't know, because my brain's kind of all over the place from like, I don't know, it's kind of like I said, every time I stream or stream with somebody, like something happens. Like when my computer died, I just went but I guess I would want everybody to know that that, like, I don't know. Just keep streaming and believe in yourself. The end. I don't know.
God, it's so
I'm
cheesy.
sorry.
Oh my God,
I
so
know, I'm really
cheesy.
cheesy. Oh, that's one thing you can know about me. I'm super cheesy, but
There you go. You're super
I don't
cheesy.
know. I guess like maybe check my band out and there's really no other questions than that. Anybody? I can't think of any.
No, I
I
think
really
I
can't.
I think I covered the gambit here. I steal people's questions, so I
I
add
thought they
them.
were all good questions.
They are great questions. Not all of them are
Yeah.
mine. I steal them from other people. That's what a good journalist does. Um,
Oh, okay. Maybe what my favorite game, because we talked about games, but
oh, what's your favorite game?
maybe some game recommendations. Like I like to give some game recommendations
Okay, do tell.
for people. I really, really love um this it's a series of games called Yeez, and it's YS. It's the same people that did Trails of Cold Steel, which I know is really popular right now. But if you have the chance, it's on PlayStation and Xbox and the Switch and PC, and it's called Yeez 8: The Lacrimosa of Donna. That is probably one of my favorite games of all time. If you like strong female protagonists, it has a male and a female, and you like fantasy and you like the aspect of like time travel, and if you like Zelda or anything like that, it's a really good RPG. It's
Huh.
challenging, it's beautiful. The graphics for what they are pretty good. It's a huge game, so it's like you can get like 100 hours out of it. But I would highly recommend that, and I highly recommend Stardew Valley. I'm sure everybody's
I
played
love that
that.
game. It's so good.
That Rune Factory 4, if you know, that's coming out for the Switch, but yeah, probably Yeez. Yeez is really really good. Don't don't pass it up. Like that, or like, yeah, don't play it. If you can play it, play it. There's a demo on the PlayStation Store right now. It's really good.
Oh,
It's
okay. I will have to go
it
check that
made
out
me
now.
it made me that, and the Tales of series, like Tales of Berseria, made me love Japanese gaming like a lot. So
Nice.
highly recommend it.
Oh, okay. Sweet Rotten Robin threw in some questions. We'll get these and then we will close her out. What are
Oh,
some go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, oh, I'm also a skincare specialist and I do beauty reviews. So if anybody has questions about, like, you know, if they like a certain like beauty product, like Asian beauty or anything like that, like I know a lot about skin. So keep your cheeks shiny. I can give good product recommendations. That's all.
See, you have all of these things. You need to definitely hang out more in the Discord because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people would utilize that kind of information.
All my friends do. All my friends ask me where's good to eat and even my grandmother, who's like, she's really old. She just turned 89 and she's very like, like she's very fancy, and she trusts my opinion. So,
Nice.
but the proof's in the pudding. I do have pride in my skin.
You have
So, yeah.
fantastic skin.
I've worked very hard at it. I've had terrible rosacea and problems with acne my whole life. So
I have psoriasis, so yeah.
yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, back here it's really bad. Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite streaming apps, websites, or software?
Okay. There is a streaming app. Are we allowed to talk about it on Twitch?
I don't know. I guess so.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we could mention other things. There's this one called I have it right here. It's for phone games. If you want to stream like a mobile game and you don't know how, like, if you don't have like a big setup, it's called gosh, where is it? Oops. I can't find it on here right now. Let me see real quick. Okay, hold on.
I use
It's
Streamlabs.
called Game Omelet. Game
Game
Omelet.
Omelet. Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't heard of that one.
you can you can screen record, and directly from your phone, Android or iPhone, you can stream your game and talk to people while you stream your mobile games to Twitch.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So, I don't know how it works with people that are affiliate. I'm an affiliate, or I'm not partnered or anything like that. But I don't know what the rules are like going through. I guess it's okay because you use OBS and stuff for Twitch. So yeah, you can use Game Omelet if you want to, like, if you wanted to stream Blades, Elder Scrolls Blades, which I'm still going to try. You can just stream it right to Twitch from Game Omelet, and I'm not sponsored by them, so I actually do like it. And Amino, it's another app called the Amino app. I have 2 Aminos on there right now if you guys want to check out, one for Death Mark and one for Rune Factory, and I have another one for paranormal stuff. I'm really into like ghosts and the paranormal and horror and stuff like that. So if you go onto this app, it's kind of like Discord, but it's instead of just all text, you can share fan art, and like there's role playing sections and there's chats, and it's
Oh,
really really awesome. It's called Amino.
Amino.
And
Okay.
yeah, and it has all these different, I have a Lolita group I'm in, that where we can like, you can like buy clothes, you can like, you can find out where to buy the best Lolita clothes. I'm in a group where people are into like henna. There's groups where you can like
Good
make jewelry.
question,
There's
sweet
gaming.
Robin. Good question.
Yeah, there's gaming. So there's like all this stuff at your fingertips. Since they don't have communities on Twitch anymore, you can use this as like an extra way to like meet more people and push your Twitch channel and your streaming out further. There's lots of stuff on this app.
Oh, geez.
Very,
Okay.
very good. It's very, very good, and there's a lot to it, and you can there's an app to start your own Amino too if you want. And that's how I started being on Discord, was from because of Amino. I moved on to Discord. I
Nice.
started an Amino, and these people started a Discord for the same game, and we merged them together, and then I was on Discord. So yeah, that's how I got into it. So definitely check out Game Omelet and the Amino app. It's well worth your time to help spread yourself around and get people to know about you. Yeah.
And our final question is, do you have a pre-stream routine?
Yes, I do. I do have a pre-stream routine. I like to do a little bit of like, I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but I like to do a little bit of like breathing, and I always get ready. I do my makeup, and I make sure that I, have some tea, but I always do my makeup, and I do like kind of like a little meditation. I meditate every single day. I've meditated every day for like 12 years, and at least once a day. And it's, even if you just listen to like YouTube, they have like meditational things you can listen to.
Oh, YouTube has some great stuff. Yeah.
I'm actually working on doing some meditational chanting stuff for YouTube. But anyway, yeah, meditating is like really important. And meditating does not mean that your mind is empty. There's no such thing as having an empty mind, and it is physically impossible to completely quiet your mind. So don't let that turn you off. A lot of people will be like, I can't meditate. I don't know how to be quiet. Meditation is just going inward and listening to something and letting your body and your mind have its own type of break. Like, give your body the kind of break it will allow you to have. Not everybody can have the same respite. So just remember to, before you stream, give your senses, your sensory system a break before you stream, because it's a lot of blue light. It's a lot of talking. It can make you very tired.
Yeah.
So that is very important. Because by the time I'm done with a couple hours stream, I feel like I was out all night dancing sometimes. If you have to be on and talking to people. So just try to do something to like just shut all that off for even just 10 minutes.
Definitely. That is actually a really good routine.
Thank you.
I like that routine.
Keeps me sane.
I might have to start
Mildly.
doing the meditation thing. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, but meditating can be your own thing. Like, it's just giving yourself some type of break. Some people have anxiety, some people have depression, some people have a hard time. Just find your own little, even if it's a bubble bath before, or enjoying like your cup of favorite tea, just find something that gives you respite, which is just like a break.
That's
before
awesome.
you go on for a long stream. Yeah, it's important.
So where and when can we find you streaming?
Well, right now I'm going to have a set schedule out. I promise by next weekend I'll have it out, but you can find me on twitch.tv/bunsberry999, BNNSBERRY 999. I'm taking the 999 off, but that is my Twitch. And then I have my Discord, my Twitter, everything is attached to that. And yeah.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much. This has actually been a blast. I've really enjoyed having this conversation with you, even with our interruptions. I'm so glad that we finally got a chance to do this podcast.
Yeah, I'd love to chat with you more too sometime and just,
Heck yeah. Guys, thank you so much for...
Yeah, thank you so much for letting just little old me be on here. I appreciate it. It was really cool. It felt special.
Good. I'm glad. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. This has been a Girlstreamers podcast. Thank you for listening. Girlstreamers is partnered with Loot Crate, Simple Jerky, UN Racing Chairs, Glom Tom, Sennheiser, and Humble Bundle. Links to all these amazing partners are down below, so please feel free to click. Thank you guys for all your support. Please follow us at Girlstreamers on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you have any questions or would like more information, you can visit our website at girlstreamers.com and contact us through there. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch. And don't forget, when you do, you get access to our Discord channel. And you can talk to lovely ladies like Gamer MissBunns. You can also buy some super cool gear in our online shop at designbyhumans.com/shop/girlstreamers. And you can find Buns on Twitter at GamerMissBunns. That is GamerMissBunns. And on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bunsberry999. That is BUNNSBERRY999. 99! All right, I'm sorry. I had to get that in there. Our next podcast will be sometime in mid-August. I will let you all know. Thank you so much for hanging out. This podcast is a part of the Two Lazy Dogs Media Group and the Girlstreamers community. Encourage, support, grow.